Hi, this is Joe Biondo, and today I'm going to show you how to blur, smudge, and replace text on an image. Let's get started. Okay, so we need to get started by opening the database image from the exercise 6 folder. So let's do open the database from the exercise 6 folder, and we'll hit open. Okay, so um, sometimes you need to blur names or to scrub out some people's names or things in an image. And so this is what we're going to be showing you today. So what we want to do is we want to blur the names on lines 5, 6, and 7. Okay, so the way we would do that is we're going to take the marquee tool here. Okay, and we're going to draw a box around lines 5, 6, and 7. Okay, we can just go all the way around here. Well, like that. And then, so the we're gonna grab the blur tool. So you might have to hold on to it here and grab the blur tool. So select the blur tool. Okay. So you can change the brush size up here at the top. So I'd recommend doing that. So you can do a certain size, right? So like 70 is probably not bad. Hardness, I would say 100% because you want it to be a full on blur. Okay. And then it's a regular size brush. So if you click off here, while this is selected and you have the blur tool on, you want to left mouse click and start just dragging over this box here. So you're going to left click and just start dragging over everything. Okay. The more you do it, the more blurred the image is going to be right within that box. So you notice that everything within that selection is getting blurred, but nothing else over here or anywhere else is getting blurred. Right? So that's a way to kind of narrow your selections on what you want to what you want to have blurred. So that's a real easy way to kind of scrub out some names and blur an image. Okay, so um, the next one we want to do is um, we want to take out the phone number on line 14. So another way we can do that is we'll take the selection tool and we're going to look at line 14 and say this is this person's phone number. We don't want this person's phone number anymore. And so another technique is that we can kind of smudge this. And so where we went with the blur tool, if you hold in on where the blur tool is, you'll see the finger point, which is the smudge tool. Okay. Same thing. You can look and adjust your brush if you need to, or keep it the same size as you want. And then while that's highlighted, just left click over it. In that case, that just disappeared. It's gone completely now. That's a way to completely get rid of it. But if you were working with a larger image and you wanted something to kind of just look like a smudge, you could use this tool. But for this technique, it just completely got rid of it. Okay, same thing as the blur. If I click around anywhere else and I'm left clicking and nothing else is getting blurred except what's inside that box. Okay, so you can click and deselect it. So now that's gone. Okay, so that's another way to get rid of something or to disguise something here. So the next one is we want to get rid of the name and replace the name on the last name on line 16. So the way we do that is, so on line 16, we have Lin Yutang, right? And we want to change his last name, right? And remove that and replace it with something else. So the way we're going to do that is we're going to go take the marquee tool again, and we're going to draw around his last name, okay? Just like that, okay? And then we're going to fill this in. Since this is a white background here, we're going to fill this in with white. So we're going to go Edit, Fill, okay? And then move your selector and select white, and then hit OK. So that's completely gone here, okay? So now you can deselect that, just click off. And so down line 16, what we want to do is we want to grab the type tool. Okay, so I'm keeping this. I kept this image intentional because I know the exact font that I have. So I'm looking at Calibri 11, and a lot of times you might have to look to be able to match the font, but I know what the font is because it's a Calibri 11. So what I want to do is now in that empty box, I want to then replace and put my last name in to this spot. So I'm going to grab the type tool, and then I'm going to click over on line 16. Okay. But what I want to do is I want to change my font style, and I'm going to do Calibri, and I'm going to do size 11. Okay. And I'm also want to change this to black, my foreground color. So instead of white, click on that and let's change that to black. Okay. And so now let's type in a last name. So I'm going to put in my last name. Okay. So you have that typed in there. You can um, select off. Now, if you grab the move tool, right, just click on it and then you can use your arrows to position it. So go down a little bit over and then line everything up. Okay. And so there's now, you just replace somebody's name in there, um, and the actual database there, right? So we removed and replaced somebody's name um, in the actual database. Okay. So just one final last move I want to show you is um, kind of fixing something you don't like as far as text on the image and replacing it. And so an easy way to do that is, let's look at this header here for company name. I don't like company name. I just want to call this company. So what we can do is here, we're going to go back to the marquee tool, and we're gonna put a box just around the name company. Okay, not company name, just company. So we're gonna go box around company. Okay. Okay. And so we're gonna do this is, you gotta use shortcut keys here. We're gonna do Control C to copy. Whoops. Sorry. Make sure you're on the background layer. Okay. We're gonna do Control C to copy. Okay. And then now we're gonna create a new layer. Okay. Here, the plus. And then we're gonna do, make sure you're highlighted on layer 1. And then we're gonna do the shortcut for paste, which is Control V. Okay. You can't see anything in here yet, but it pasted it um, in there. Just that thing that you had selected, which was company. And I'll show you in a minute. Now, we need to match the background color because we want to get rid of company name, right? So that we can replace it with just company. And so the way we'll do that is we're going to grab the eyedropper. Okay, we're going to grab the eyedropper, and we're going to select the gray color in here. Okay, so we select a gray color. Now on the background layer, make sure we're on the background layer. We're going to highlight, we're going to take the marquee tool, square marquee tool, and go around company name again. Okay, the full thing. And so we're gonna fill this now with that color, that gray color. We're gonna do edit, fill, and this time we're gonna do foreground color because this one here is the foreground color. So we're gonna do foreground color. Okay, and if you click off, we got rid of that, and now there's the company when you pasted it before. There's company, and it got rid of the part that you didn't want. So that's kind of 3 ways to kind of do some Photoshop tricks to blur text, smudge text, and to kind of replace um, text within an image. So I'll talk to you on the next lesson.